Liverpool fan in Japan.
Hello YouTube, Liverpool fan in Japan here, the Miyazaki man, Sai. What a week, the momentum has changed. The perception of Liverpool's title chances have completely done a 360 since we lost to Nottingham Forest, because Arsenal drew with Manchester City, and not only that, Rodri got a significant injury. Now, we don't wish injury upon anybody. However, he complained of the players' schedules, accumulated body fatigue, mental fatigue. And I think there was even a post saying that when your mind gets tired, sometimes it forgets to send the signals to the rest of the muscles to take the brunt of the force. And therefore, the knee ligaments took it on the fall. And therefore, potentially meniscus injury as well as ACL tear as well, which is a horrendous injury. Might rule him out for the season. You won't see him play a prominent part for the season if the rumours are to be true. And Kevin De Bruyne as well. Perennial sick note at the moment. He is their talisman. He is their Steven Gerrard. I'm sorry, but Phil Foden is no Kevin De Bruyne, and he never will be, because Kevin De Bruyne can take the game by the scruff of the neck, whereas Phil Foden can turn it on in spurts and pieces. But Kevin De Bruyne is always consistently good, hustles and bustles, gets involved in tackle, former winger, dribbling skills, passing, dreamlike, and scores those wonder goals to break the deadlock as well. So when you have an injury hit, aging Kevin De Bruyne, and you remove Rodri from the mix as well, Manchester City don't have that same impetus. Because when you saw Manchester City camped outside the Arsenal defensive line, it was Ruben Diaz again and again who was a three-man over taking pot shots from range, and that's just not what you want, right? And then when you analyse Manchester City's strength in depth against Liverpool's strength in depth, now a lot of people are saying Liverpool need to add a bit more quality. They're lacking a bit in midfield, in the sixth position, whatever. But let's look at the actual reality, what's actually happened, what Slot knew day in, day out, because he's seen them in training, he's come up with the system. Double pivot, two in the base, Gravenberch absolutely excelling, one of the top sixes in world football, alongside Rodri, alongside Camavinga, Tchouaméni. Declan Rice doesn't even play six this season, it's Thomas Partey, right, and Jorginho on occasion as well. And look, sure, I can see that Arsenal probably have the best bunch of sixes, right? Declan Rice, Thomas Partey, they got rid of Granit Xhaka. Jorginho plays there as well. They have an abundance of sixes, but would you swap their depth in sixes against their bare bones forward line of Havertz and Gabriel Jesus against our Chiesa, Nunes, Salah, Lucho Diaz, Diogo Jota, Cody Gakpo? Get out of here. Look at that firepower, man. Who needs those sixes? So Slot knew in the double pivot with McAllister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai dropping on occasion as well. He had that area well covered. Now, why didn't people say at the start of the season, Liverpool fans I'm talking about, Manchester City lack depth in the sixth position. They lack quality behind the first line, because we had it in Gravenberch and we have Endo waiting in the wings, and Curtis Jones can play there. McAllister can play there as well. And we have Tyler Morton still waiting in the wings. Had a good season in Championship as well. We had Bajcetic and we even loaned him out. So there's how much confidence Arne Slot had in the sixth position. Sure, we wanted Zubimendi. Offers different characteristics, not necessarily because of lack of personnel, but he offers different attributes in the sixth for when the match actually needs that set of attributes. I digress just a little bit. But yes, the way it's turning out right now, it's only Harvey Elliott who's injured on our side at the moment. And we have the rest of the squad chomping at the bit to get on the pitch, and you'll see that passion, that release of energy and enthusiasm against West Ham in the Cup, because they've been waiting for the opportunity to shine, and the shiny one knows it's time, up the shiny one, for those on the periphery of the squad to make a stake for their claim. I'm sorry. You take Rodri and De Bruyne out, and you take two players. If you take two players out of Liverpool's setup in the same position, so what, you're talking about Alexis McAllister, I guess, who would be our Kevin De Bruyne of sorts, potentially Szoboszlai, and then our wonderful special gravy Gravenberch as well. Let's say, for example, touch wood that he got injured as well. Beneath them, you have Wataru Endo, Curtis Jones, Harvey Elliott, Dominic Szoboszlai, and Tyler Morton as well. And for me, that does stack up favourably, at least comparatively, to Manchester City's Matheus Nunes, Kovacic, Gundogan, for example, because Matheus Nunes hasn't fully settled yet. Gundogan is aging as well, even though he's still a quality player. And Kovacic is nowhere near Rodri, box to box, but not absolutely outstanding in any area. Very, very balanced player. When you take out that supply, that Kevin De Bruyne supply, that winger supply to an Erling Haaland, especially De Bruyne, the absence of De Bruyne is massive and cannot be understated, then Haaland becomes less effective as well. And how reliant are they now on Haaland to score the goals? Because if Haaland is out of the mix, then you've got inconsistent Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, Doku, and Savinho to score the goals. So, like the dominoes falling down one by one, it now places Arsenal and Liverpool in position to really give it a go. And you look at Arsenal's mentality, get the points and win by any cost. Even when Liverpool were down two men against Tottenham, we did not shut up shop. We still tried to attack with verve, with accuracy, and tried to mount some kind of offense, whereas Arsenal played every man behind the ball, which in itself is a legitimate strategy, and begged Man City, come on, attack us. Let's see what we can do. Became a training session for Man City, over 80% possession. Wowzers, that mentality. At least they got a point of it. But that point is fantastic for Liverpool because it's maximum points dropped for both teams. You have Arsenal with the red card, Endo, Trossard. We have Rodri with the injury. Kevin De Bruyne still out as well. Absolutely feisty affair that will live in the recent memory because of the way that the game turned out as well. Arteta is furious. He's still a Neely man. Still can't overcome the hoodoo that is Manchester City, falling at the final few minutes as well. Manchester City dropping points at home against Arsenal. One of the ones where they can get a 6-point reverse lead because having denied Arsenal 3 points and gaining 3 points themselves, they've dropped maximum points. It's 1 point apiece. And now Manchester City are only ahead of Liverpool by 1 point. You can only beat who's in front of you, and anyone can drop points to anyone in the Premier League. Note, Nottingham Forest did a fantastic job at Anfield, turned up, shut up shop, did the job as well. But Arne Slot would have learned by that, and Arne Slot has a high ceiling and has a lot of tactical acumen, and he'll grow from the experience of understanding that certain teams come not to play but to sucker punch you when you least expect it and steal the points. And get this, even Aston Villa are ahead of Arsenal. So this was the top 4 of last season, Champions League contenders of this season, but you look throughout the whole squad depth and I still think Liverpool stacks up very well to both Arsenal and Manchester City, not just beyond the first 11, because 12, 13, 14, sure, they rotate on a consistent basis, but when you go all the way to 21, 22, 23, Liverpool's backup solutions are very, very strong, and we will see that against West Ham in the Cup very, very shortly. The mood is good. 3-0 turnover of Bournemouth. Andoni Areola's Bournemouth turned up, got smacked as well. Our players are on form. Lucho Diaz has his shooting boots on. Darwin Núñez is starting to believe, as I said in my last video, and every piece of the puzzle is clicking together. We just need to hope that Konate stays fit, Ryan Gravenberch isn't burnt out. We'll rotate the midfield just a bit in the coming fixtures to make sure that everyone plays a prominent part and can play their way into form. Curtis Jones coming back as well. Harvey Elliott, let's hope that he makes a full recovery very, very soon. Jerome Quansah chomping at the bit. Connor Bradley, our wonder kid on the right back, can't get in at the moment. Costa Simicas part to play against AC Milan. Great start in AC Milan as well. It's a great time to be a red, full of positivity. This is a channel with substance in abundance. The cream of the crop! And we're not afraid to tell it like it is. When we put in a bad performance, when it's negative, we don't get over emotional. We just analyse what could have been done better. What were the mistakes? How can we rectify it, for example? When it's positive, when we're winning, when the opposition are dropping points, we celebrate. We do a bit of the hoagie. We do a bit of the muchu Japanese celebration with the little laser sticks in the air. Speaking of celebrations, I have shipped out the next 11 boxes, 11 packages. We've got Cuckoo Brown Sugar Sweets. We've got Country Mam Half-Baked Biscuits. We've got Black Thunder Starchy Delicious Chocolate. We've got Milk Tea Kit Kats. I've just shipped a bunch of goodies to the members. Hope you guys receive it soon and make sure you enjoy as well. I put at least 2 goodies in each package. So thank you so much to all the members who joined me in that competition for those giveaways. They're coming to you guys very, very shortly. And speaking of goodies and shipping from Japan, I partnered with Zen Market, the best affiliate proxy service in Japan, who ship all Japan goodies worldwide. You know me, I love my kit. I buy my vintage kit, especially on Mercari Japan. Mercari is a site where people can sell anything, somewhat similar to eBay, except no bidding system, outright buying. So as I said, I have partnered yet again with the best proxy service, Zen Market. Basically, you can buy anything you want from Japan and ship it worldwide. Today, Zen Market wants you to know about their loyalty program. With their loyalty program, you can get access to credit and cashback for every product you buy. To get into their loyalty program, you just have to ship 15,000 yen's worth of items and watch your tier level go up the month after. To help you with that, just sign up with the code ZenLoyalty2024 or sign up with the link in the description to get 1,000 yen off your international shipping. Make sure to sign up after watching this video. It's as easy as that. And trust me, remove all the stress out of your purchasing from Japan goodies. Join Zen Market's loyalty program and shop for your goods today. You're in safe hands with Zen Market. Top-notch Liverpool goodies. There is the official sneakers as well. New Balance with the Liverpool crest on top. Choose the one you want, put it in your basket, and Zen Market will buy it, stock it, and ship it on your behalf. Thank you Zen Market for sponsoring this video today, and guys, pick up your Liverpool merch and other goodies from Japan too. And speaking of kit you can get from Mercari Japan, I've got 3 pieces of kit here. You should open 1, but today I'm going to open 3 for you guys. This is the kind of stuff that you can get from Mercari Japan. This is obviously a kit because this is Liverpool red. This is the Liverpool red, the burgundy red. Let's open this up right now. And on Mercari Japan, you snooze, you lose, because the Miyazaki Bansai, Liverpool fan in Japan, I'll pick up all the merch. All the good ones. Just kidding. There's lots to go around. Now, what is this? This is... I recognize this. This is one of the home kits, one of the stripy home kits, and one of my favourite players of all time. I love the cutted font right there. Bobby Firmino, boom, 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 boom. And by the way, this is super, super expensive because this is the official Club World Cup Qatar 2019 edition. Bob Paisley cutout New Balance seal of approval, authentic as you like, living football, FIFA, Firmino, number 9 of your dreams. This is the one where Bobby Dazza scored the winning goal in the World Club Cup, our first ever victory in that cup. Fantastic. One of my favourite players of all time. Tied 1 and 2 with Xabi Alonso. Bobby Firmino, this was not cheap. This is authentic Cup Glory shirt. This was the best part of, I want to say, 10,400 yen, which is about 70, 80 quid really. But for such a vintage, legendary goodie for such a legendary player, and I'm going to start his book, by the way, Bobby Firmino, top notch. There's one. And number 2, Scooby-Doo, where are you? This has nothing to do with Liverpool at all, but this is another vintage good. So this is Hajime no Ippo boxing gloves. I love Hajime no Ippo, one of the best sports anime of all time. Pang, pang, pang. We're ready to fisticuffs. Did you see Daniel DeBoer absolutely battered Anthony Joshua at Wembley? This is Mamoru Takamura Hajime no Ippo fighting gloves. If you like your anime and weave merch like the Miyazaki Man Sai, get on that Zen Market link, sign up as well, use that code for the loyalty program and get your goodies as well. This is my favorite boxing sports anime of all time. You learn a lot about boxing as well. And last but not least, I'm hoping this is a Liverpool goodie, but either way, you can get all the goodies from Mercari Japan through Zen Market. And this is a Liverpool goodie. In fact, this is one of the most unique, colourful, out there tops of all time. Because you know me, I love my Warrior kit. And this is that purple and orange goodness blend. My goodness, no name on the back. But I love this shirt. I love the embroidery. I love the Warrior and LFC and the standard chartered. The yellow and this kind of purplish blue. The orange tint, the orange collar. And the sleeves. Look at the tribal designs on the sleeves. The tribal chief Roman Reigns. There's absolute civil war going on in WWE at the moment. I digress. We're talking wrestling. We're talking Liverpool. We're talking boxing. This is the place to be. Sign up with Zen Market, Mercari Japan. I love my goodies. I love my merch. And I'm going to do loads of merch giveaways up until the end of the year. Members, watch out. I'm going to do one piece of kit giveaway per month. Coming very, very soon. Just sorting out the platform now. Alrighty, so where will the Premier League title be won and lost in this title race? Arne Slot, the Shiny One's first season. First and foremost, attacking firepower, scoring goals. We are well stocked in that area because we have goals throughout the whole team. You're not just talking Darwin Núñez, Diogo Jota, Federico Chiesa added to the mix. My goodness, I love that guy. What a player. Plays with heart on his sleeve. Let's see him against West Ham. Unleash the beast, unleash the Chiesa. Mo Salah, metric king, goal king, assist king as well. Diogo Jota, Luis Diaz. It's not even fair how much firepower we've got. Cody Gakpo. We have the firepower. Even in midfield, McAllister can score. Curtis Jones can score. Dominic Szoboszlai can definitely score. Tyler Endo scores the odd goal as well. Gravenberch can score a pot shot or rocket on occasion as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold can score. Even Alisson Becker can score. Van Dijk can score. Konate scored. And that leads me on to another point as well. Scoring from set pieces, making the most of every little fine detail you can. We scored 2 headers, Konate and Van Dijk against AC Milan. Now, you saw at the start of the season, Van Dijk and Konate, or even Kwanzaa, were surrounding the keeper, coming out from 6-yard box and trying to attack the ball. Very inverted, very interesting ploy. Wasn't super effective, but we've adjusted and fine-tuned it ever so slightly, right? There might be a set-piece coach, who knows? But they've refined it ever so slightly that our set pieces are looking more dangerous and more prominent, and we're connecting, getting on the end of these set pieces as well. So you need the goals from all sources to break the deadlock in the toughest of ties or to get you back on a level footing like Konate did against AC Milan. Boff with the head. Additionally, the firepower is important to turn games that are close run things, especially in an all-out firefight where control has gone out the window. You need the firepower, but defenses win titles. It's the defense. You build on a solid defense, because when your defense holds firm, you only need one goal to win a game, right? Jose Mourinho was the master at doing this. Those 1-0 victories. Catenaccio, the Italian system, the Italians as well, very good at holding the 1-0 victory. Take pride in the 1-0 victory, looking at Milan, Inter Milan, Juve, for example. I think this defence looks proper solid. What, we've conceded 1 goal against Milan in Champions League against Pulisic early doors, and 1 goal against Nottingham Forest. Unfortunately, a winner. Apart from that, clean sheets all around, baby. Alisson Becker, best goalkeeper in the world. Queeve Kelleher, maybe the best backup goalkeeper in the world as well. Never lets anyone down. His distribution is top notch. He looks like Draco Malfoy. He's top 5 in the sexiest Japan rankings for Liverpool players. Still consecutive this year. He always lands on number 5. Big up the Queeve. Yes, digress just a little bit. Ibu Konate and Van Dijk are almost a perfect defensive pairing, defensive attributes. Dominant in the air. Absolutely dominant. Look at this statistic by Ibu Konate. 90%. Wow. More dominant than Van Dijk. Some people even have to choose the less of two evils and target Van Dijk, right? Like Evan Nielsen did, and got no change out of him at all. Van Dijk is learning to be a front-footed defender. Lost a tiny bit of pace because of that T-Rex Pickford trying to gnaw at him and do his knee in. He's back and better than ever. Not better than ever, but he's good enough, right? Our captain, Virgil van Dijk, definitely will sign a new deal, by the way. We'll get into that in a bit. Trent, Van Dijk and Mo Salah. But yes, Andy Robertson, captain fantastic for Scotland, the Scottish Braveheart as well. Positionally excellent, always responsible, always covers the width. And Trent Alexander-Arnold mentioned that he wants Arne Slot to be harsh with him, tell him how to become the absolute nightmare as a 1v1 defender, right? Javier Zanetti, we're looking at you. Cafu, we're looking at you as well. Maybe Wan-Bissaka to some extent, but he's, let's forget about Wan-Bissaka. Trent Alexander-Arnold is willing to take the criticism. Arne Slot showed him 20 clips where positionally he could have improved the body shape, improved the starting position, be on the right part of your foot, the ball of your foot, to distribute the weight, to change direction, shuffle them into areas where the distribution or the cross is going to be weak. We can take the ball through Konate, through Van Dijk, through Alisson and counter-attack as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold is willing to be taught to be an absolute dominant defender, and I love it. Music to my ears, because no one is perfection. Everyone can improve, and his attacking game is great. Still can improve somewhat, in terms of actually hitting the right backspin to make sure the ball doesn't roll out, for example. However, also the arc of turning in the midfield. He needs to have a smaller arc of play to not allow the opposition to dispossess him or press him. But saying that, defensively, Trent has been solid this season. He's won it all from right back, and never forget that. Of course he can defend. He may not be the best defender in the world, but he can definitely defend because he's won it all as a right back, not a midfielder, right? I saw one fan channel who wants to tried to put him in midfield, in the base of the midfield, and put Lucho Diaz on the right wing. I don't get it. Don't get what is going on with that. It's never going to happen. Anyway, especially that combo. Digress just a little bit. That defence is holding firm. Conor Bradley with Trent Alexander-Arnold, fantastic options at right back. Tsimikas and Robertson, fantastic options at left back. Quansah and Joe Gomez. And Joe Gomez able to cover the whole line as well. And Amara Nallo waiting in the wings. That's enough. That's enough for a back four and defensive unit alongside Queeve Kelleher and Alisson Becker with Gravenberch, Endo, McAllister in front of them holding it. I'll take that any day of the week to commence our Premier League season, even up until January or beyond January. That defence is solid enough to win games 1-0, which gives the attacking impetus to our forwards to go and play with confidence to win the game with the patterns of play. And speaking of patterns of play, Arne Slot's controlled style of play, right, as opposed to heavy metal rock and roll back and forth with Jurgen Klopp, which was fantastic to see, by the way. And Jurgen Klopp also coached Trent with the game-winning scenarios and getting him into those prominent positions because he built a whole system last season around Trent inverting to make sure we can get the most out of him. But different coaches, different strokes for different folks, and Trent Alexander-Arnold and Curtis Jones have come out and said, just to back the manager, and no slight on Klopp, just to literally back the existing current manager, their current employer at the moment, and say that we're learning so much on Arne Slot and we're really, really enjoying our time here, and it's fun and improving as a player. And if you talk to any Feyenoord fan or Feyenoord player, Arne Slot improves the players. Improved Santiago Jimenez, as I keep saying. Improved Weaver, right? All the players under Arne Slot improve immeasurably. Absolutely immeasurably. Minte, Paixão, Geertruida, they all improved phenomenally. So, David Hanko as well, right? So, put some rubber green on Arne Slot's shiny, shiny scalp, because he really is able to get hands-on with players one-to-one and coax the hidden potential through knowledge and through training to these players, and that is a big asset as well in a manager. Now, Pep Guardiola is a master of rotating. Jurgen Klopp was a master of rotating, putting just the right pieces into the puzzle, not to degrade the performance or the attacking patterns of play, but still getting the results and the victories. And it's yet to be seen, can Arne Slot measure up to that standard, because Pep Guardiola and Jurgen Klopp did rotate masterfully, and Arne Slot will need to do it to avoid burnout of certain players like Gravenberch Szoboszlai, McAllister, Konate, for example. Van Dijk's a Rolls Royce, he doesn't really need to be rotated. But we really need to avoid burnout of Mo Salah, all the players who we're going to need them fit, firing at their maximum potential when we go to that run-in towards the latter part of next year, March, April kind of time, when we need them to be fully fit and firing. And it's going to be, as I said before, the performances in the biggest matches, head-to-head against Arsenal, head-to-head against Manchester City. We've already done in Man United, not really a rival. We need to outgun Tottenham and get the 3 points versus them. We need to outgun Newcastle, Aston Villa, everyone who comes up against us. We need to win the head-to-heads, and then hopefully the lower matches, the lower team matches, the low block won't do us in, and we can grind our way through to the one goal opening to really open the game up. Arne Slot's tactical acumen, I have faith in him and his possession style of play to unleash the trigger point at the right time to get Lucho Diaz, Mo Salah, Núñez and Jota and Gakpo and Chiesa now into the peripheries of the goal to allow us an easier shooting converting opportunity and not just a speculative shot. But saying that, if Núñez can shoot a speculative shot from the right wing and bend it in with his left foot, then why not take the odd speculative shot on occasion? Because Núñez, you've got the quality. So you're just looking at the firepower, the defense, looking at the opposition as well. Arsenal, Man City are really going to be 1 in 3 with Liverpool to be the Premier League winners. I don't think anyone else competing. It's going to be down to the manager, and Arteta is still the prince that was not quite promised because he hasn't achieved anything yet except from 1 cup. And Pep Guardiola has been there and done it, but he's facing an injury crisis at the moment, especially with Rodri and De Bruyne not really capturing his fitness. If Haaland is out for any extended period, they may really struggle to score the goals as well. Their defence is outstanding. They've got great defensive players and attributes and high calibre at the back there with Ake, who's also out at the moment, but Gavardio, Ruben, Diaz. Kyle Walker's been very patchy this season, which is great for the rest of the teams as well. So we hope that we do get slight rub of the green in terms of injuries this season and injuries to the opposition as well. And that is where we currently stand with Liverpool right there, challenging Man City, 2nd place, coming up to form with the firepower. Federico getting fit and used to the system as well. The patterns of play looking quality. Arne Slot proving his credentials, his mettle, his tactics. He speaks really well about tactics as well. I'm a big fan of Arne Slot and his Liverpool team. Liverpool fans in Japan, this is the best community, best international community. Thank you so much for supporting all the time. I love the interactions. Comment below. Let me know what you think now of Liverpool's prospects for all the cups, all the competitions and all the silverware, the system. Miyazaki man, Ichiban. This is the Miyazaki gang. The army is growing. The members are growing as well. Thank you for joining me on the live stream. Make sure to join the Discord. QR code in the bottom corner. Scan that QR code. Join. We talk about transfers, lineups, strategy, opposition, live universe, and everything. Hobby, we merch all the time. Speaking of merch, join there. I'm going to put a competition very soon in the Discord for this Pirates of the Caribbean music box. You know what I mean. Guilty pleasure. Let's turn this up. Right, you know you want it. Join the Discord. We'll put the competition up very soon. Thank you so much for watching. Becoming a Liverpool fan in Japan member is the best way to support the channel. A link as well in the description below and in the end video as well. Thank you for joining. Smash a like on the video. Helps this video get seen. Beat the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, Miyazaki man Ichiban. Janet means ciao. Now hit my music.
Liverpool fan in Japan.